Welcome to a daily hustle. I go by it on Chrismass. You already know that. Ngakunene ngokwamadonsela phela thina singomtimande singobhambulu ngabambili zeza nonine ekhawuboni nakamtambo. Yeah. It's another day, it's another hustle. The name of the show, you know it. It's Daily Hustle. Next to me, you know this guy. Every morning on your radio, Jozi FM. My man, welcome to the show.
Dark boy.
Hey, phela mangifika nazi yazi ninesithunzi. Mangifika nekezwe wathi hayi bafikile uMatsingwane.
Ngikhalela ukuhaga mara manje iCovid yenza ukuthi ngingazi ngibambisana ngikhage or ngibheke.
No, that's love. But I can see in your face, don't know. That's love, man.
Sure.
So, uputu wami ngiyabonga kakhulu ukuthi ufike kule show, ne?
Yeah, hey, finally.
Kunene sipostpone.
After 7 years, finally. Akufani.
Ne, but ngiyazi ukuthi uvuka kakhulu ekseni uye emsebenzini eradioini yakho.
Yeah.
Before singenelele lo dabini, ngicela utshele umuntu obukele njengamanje ekhaya ukuthi wena usuka kuphi futhi umbani.
All right. Igama lami uSiphelele Mchunu. PelePele usuka because ugogo wami ngikhuliswa ugogo ke ngihlala nogogo namanje akakashoni so yeah ngithi ngifuna indlu but asikho la. So I was born in Newcastle kahle emadadeni reason being umama wami bekafunda la so ugogo wami ngihlala naye unosisi eNewcastle. So umama wami got pregnant and then ngazalwa la but came back for abo sub A sub B and stuff like Jozi. So yeah namanje umagogo all the way. So PelePele nje intwana kaGogo eradioini I'm known as Mfana kaGogo. Mfana ohlala ema backroom endlini okuyophaka usalukwazi masithi woza sothandaza.
Awuhluphi kakhulu ufika ileze ihambe passage nje ileze zithatha ukudla kwazo zayihambe.
Exactly.
No, but I respect that, man, because nami ngikhuliswa ugogo wami, so we got something in common, man. Nami ngikhuliswa ugogo wami and ngiyalazi uthando because ugogo banalo uthando.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Bahlupha bona mari ke uzothini. Because manje kukwakhe lapha so sometimes I wanna say.
And the thing baba neqinise ngakutshela nje kukwami la uzohamba so but mele u understand.
Yeah, ayikenye enhle.
So angitshele uthando lakho le radio luqala kanjani?
Yo mfana I was still at Valtech. So let me just take it back to Matric. Matric, you know masesiba siku Matric umunye nomunye ubuzo omunye ukuthi uzoyenzana.
Yeah.
So bekusathi me IT ngaleso sikhathi into zabo computer and everyone wanted to do IT.
Yes.
So mina bengithanda Is Good Is Nice by Joe Mafela. Bengithanda bo Yizo.
Yeah.
So from then I wanted to be entertainment. Radio was not part of it, but I was part of my school plays. I would write stuff, perform stuff escala, which were funny at the time, and I didn't know I would be. Yeah, kuzoba career. Yabo. So from then, umagogo wangibuza ukuthi so ufuna ukwenzani? Ngamtshela ukuthi ngifuna ukwenza entertainment, but she was not aware ukuthi yini leyo. And then what yini leyo? At the time bekudlala I think The Days of Our Lives or iBold ngamkhombisa TV. And the flop ukuthi TV bebacabuzana. So that didn't really work wonders for me because mangithi ufuna ukwenza lento she was like so ufuna ucabuza wonke umuntu wena la emhlabeni nabelungu because it is abelungu yabo angeke uyenze leyo nto not under my watch yabo. So go and study and usebenze ufaka itayi njengawo wonke umuntu. Then I had to study HR ngoba was still under her wing in terms of uyo khafayo uyenza izinto ngafunda HR ngayispana but on the side I was always doing comedy. Angazi
ngifuna ungenelela kule ye comedy because you know I respect you in terms of comedy. Like let's leave alone radio. But when it comes to comedy, you're not just a famous comedian, but you are a funny comedian
and award-winning comedian 2019. Kube ngizenaye award la so.
Yeah, we share it.
Uya kwenye hustle khona manje.
Yeah, so angitshela ukhona kanjani to balance i-radio as well as ne-comedy. So because mina ngokunderstand kwami lezi zinto zoyi-two zibusy.
Yes, zibusy. So it's not just radio and comedy. I do commercials. Njoba ngisho ukuthi ngibuya kwi-hustle I audition almost 4 times a week or 5 times or 7 times a week. So just to quickly touch on radio. I-radio I wanted to be on Jozi FM since year 2000. So I would go there ngisafunde Valtech. I remember ngibatshela ukuthi mina ngenza comedy so I wanted my jokes to be on radio but
okay.
I would be pushed away. I only got my break in 2017 eradioini so it took 17 years ukuthi umuntu afike
yazi mawuse radioini mina ngifile ngathi lezi sezino 20 years ezela eradioini.
Exactly. The reason ufila kanjalo is because the day banginikeza chance ngo-2017 ngibambe ngezandla neenyawo namazinyo ngathi from now on I'm not turning back. So it was always a dream ukuthi ngenze radio, and my radio is not just current affairs, it's not just music, it's not just informing, it's also humor. So this year 2020 February I was moved from weekend radio to a breakfast show.
That's a very like important slot we radio, ne?
Very much so. I mean, breakfast and drive. Not that others are not important, but breakfast should make people laugh while they are informed, while they are educated. We understand.
And you wake them up, bro.
Exactly. So I think I was then put there, but I would believe my hard work did a lot to move from weekend radio, from working Friday, Saturday, to breakfast, you know. So I'm always honored. But coming to comedy and juggling it, it's tough. But I wouldn't really say tough. The word I'd use is challenging.
That's a nice word.
Yeah, it will be challenging because Ngfuga 4, I have to be on radio 5 because you have to be an hour before.
Yes.
Ngeleza script and understand, so that when I project and tell people it's something that I know.
Yes.
Like, so akuzwakala ukuthi ngiyafunda or whatever the case might be. And then from lapho I have to go to auditions because the agent yami would call me and say kunama audition, so ngo-10 ufuneka endaweni kanje and ngiqeda ukuphuma ngo-9 eradioweni, uyabo. And then mangibuya ku-audition uthola ukuthi line isi 1000 coupler, ngibuya endlini ngabo-6 and ngiyafuneka maybe Witbank ku-comedy show ngo-9. So ukufika ulale nje lelo hour 1 hour 30 and then uvuka uyibambe uyobangena ngecomedy. So I guess that's what got me the award as well, dedication mfana ngithi ayikhenye.
So angitshela wonke umuntu uyabhekana nesikhathi ezinzima. Yini le othi mhlawumbe mawubhekana nezikhathi ezinzima yini le ekuphusha ithi kuzolunga, keep on pushing?
Coming back to Mfana kaGogo. Loya Gogo, there was a time where I was fired because of comedy, labeng spana khona. So I stayed for a year ngaspan, meaning akasekho umuntu ofaka imali endlini, akusadliwa the way isijwayele ngakhona.
Ibhodwa liyeze.
Exactly. And ugogo wami would, I remember mangiqeda ukuxoshwa I said kuye ngiselifini. But kwaba 2 months, kwaba 3 months, and then she figured out ukuthi man noma ngabe leave ikhona kodwa hayi kangaka. And then I had to break down and tell her ukuthi kahle kahle mina ngixoshiwe la. And she was like, no, I figured. But ke ungapheli umoya uNkulunkulu khona. I don't know if trying to start up leya gogo ngoba silambe soyithula endlini, but she's always positive leya mama. Noma ubone ukuthi ayikho lento ayishoyo, but she's positive and she prays a lot. So I always say to our gents bafethu, let's give shout out to abogogo abomama bethu abathandaza sinazi bathandazela thina. So istrength sami leso because I don't have father figure, angina mama. So I always learn from amadoda angazi nokuthi ngifunda kuwo. You just look at someone and admire them and take the good that they do to make uPelePele abe ile outer yiyo namhlanje and respect people noma ngabe so kuyiphi rank life in.
And I relate when it comes to that because nama ngibanga nawo baba no mama, so ukukhula you just have to decide ukuthi lo baba lo wenza into right, then you just take ukuthi hayi ngizokwenza lokhu then ngikhulu. So lokho mhlambe kuwe ungabi nawo baba noma umama kuaffect kanjani empilweni yakho mhlawumbe?
Ntwana, well, I wouldn't say much about ubaba, even though umkhulu I had to go do my own khumbule ekhaya to find my father's family. And I found out ukuthi abazali bakababa basaphila. And then already there were rumors ukuthi ngaphikwa and all that. So I had all the questions. Ukuthi mangihlangana nabo, these are the questions I'm going to ask. Ngimdala manje.
Every questions.
You know, so and it was true. They confirmed ukuthi vele waphikwa, but we always knew ukuthi umntana la ekhaya. And then it was a sad moment, but eventually we hugged, we kissed and we made up, and then ngahlatshela isilwane njengomuntu omzulu, ngafaka isiphandla ngabikwa, and then ngashintsha isibongo ngaba umchunu. But ke ukungabi no mama no baba, I mean umama wami bekakhona, but ngumntwana okhule ema boarding school nokutravel nani. Angizange bene chance yokuba no mama wami the way umntwana should. So
even noma esaphila,
yes, umuntu ombona ngama holiday nakhona imali yokuthi ugibele ubuye ekhaya mayikhona. Yabona, sometimes ukuhlala boarding school abantwana bekho ngihleli ngi1 mhlambe ne headmaster and stuff like that.
Sure, I can
so
imagine.
it was one of those. So ukungabi khona kwa mama, I mean especially since I've achieved being an award-winning comedian, the only one in Soweto, being a breakfast show host, being umuntu oseka TV, you'd always want to ukuthi kube no mama uthi umfana wami lo yakuzala ukuzelula, but you'll never get such a thing. But thank God kunogogo. So she always says this because I involve her in everything I do. Because she never believed in comedy. So I mean, there's places where I take her. I mean, award ceremony.
Profile
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
kwami ngimfaka comedy mangise stage ngimnikeza imic agibele so that she sees and she can see because iCross yangena manje NSE2. So nokuthenga iCross e5 hours nje imqolisele nje ukuthi enhle
Kwenziwani?
Yabona that. But the sad part ukuthi you'd always want your parents, you know, from ngimncane from icrash angikwazi kwathiwa biza abazali bakho ngize nabo, whereas abanye abantwana banabazali babo. So sometimes nokuzirepresenta, sometimes because ngifunde kakhulu eKZN, so ugogo wami akakhona ukugibela zela, sometimes ngiyazirepresenta, sometimes siswakho uyafika, sometimes abezi uyiwani uyabona. But ke to flip the coin, I would say, as painful as that is, it has made me the man I am today. It has made me strong.
And a wonderful man though.
It has made me very strong. Because anginayo into yokukhalela abantu makubhede ukuthi eish mina bafethu ngifuna ukuzwelwa, ngiyazizwela ngisukume ngizithintithe ngibangene.
So like uma ukhuluma kanje, your past is very sad. Yini into ebikwenza ukuthi mara wena ufuna ukuhlekisa abantu? Why ufuna ukuhlekisa abantu but wena uma ungixoxela njengamanje ngiyabona ukuthi lo muntu lo ebesebhlungwini.
Yeah.
But uthe no, I just wanna see people laughing.
I think I've got this thing yokuthi in any bad situation find something good. That's me. In any.
Okay.
Like if ngaba ku car accident right now, as long as I'm still alive, I would always have something positive yokuthi at least angishonanga.
Oh. That's wonderful.
Whereas omunye umuntu angathi yo imoto yami yo,
Yeah,
I would always look on the bright side. So a comedy, I think it was always instilled because there was always humor, but I never saw it as a career. So there were shows like about Pio Mnat, about David Kabo, Kagiso Lidiga. I would always admire those things until one day in 2008, I said to myself, let me do this as a career. And it happened, I was in Durban, Playhouse, I was booked. Trevor Noah at the time, Begu MC, Nae Begu Mpedel, Iplugo Belngafan Nepanchi, Wonkumun Begapanda. We understand to see one as Faswang, as senior but again, from then onwards, it was all systems go. Then I got a break to work about Desmond Dube. I was his writer. There's a show he did called Dube on 2. I was his writer. I was his comedian. So everything he did. And from then onwards, I never looked back. And I told myself, Yabona writing, ngizosurvive ngayo.
Ngifuna ukubuza umbuzo melana necomedy. Umuntu uthola ukuthi ufana makasaqala kwi-comedy. Then abe nemali. Then masumlandelelo uyabona ukuthi lo muntu akasekho fana. Yini efika mhlambe ibulala le nto noma ukuyinotice into njengale?
Yes, ukhuluma ivar. We always say, or I always say, there are famous comedians and then there are funny comedians. And I would say I'm falling under your famous ones now. But one thing I've realized in Amagents or Amasesteres is spanner now industry. Once you start being famous, we are relaxed.
Okay. As
opposed to right now, wherever I go, I mean, I can make a joke about what I've seen in this room right now. We understand. So there's always something that tells you, Guti, ungabhala something and comedy yabhala njengomculo. It's not something efike ekhanda. Yabo? Iyafika ekhanda mase stage something oyibona la.
But now it's
yes, you write down. We rehearse endlini. If you don't find it funny, chances are omunye umuntu ngeke find it funny. And sometimes into find it funny, uthi mawi detele stage guthi tu. And as an experienced comedian, you can tell ukuthi joke ngeke ihlekise usayikhuluma. Ubone reaction yabantu. Then you must switch quickly. Bangabonanga ukuthi
okay. Uyayizwa na ukuthi
yes, I've got jokes engiwathembile ukuthi na kanjani. Nomuntu ongaboni nongezwe ngahleka kule. So mangiqale enye nje mhlambe ngibhalile if ngiyabona ukuthi ayihambi the way ngifaka le ngijwayele ngazi ukuthi izosebenza. That's the only way than ukuthi ulokuqhubeka ngejokes ubone ukuthi uyasiqhubela kahle kahle awindawo. Yeah, so that's the trick ukuthi noma ungaba funny kanjani you must always keep writing. You must always make sure ukuthi you are up to date, watch the news, see what's going on. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm shitting here looking at this tissue, saying damn to myself, I should have known this day will come, that shit will finally crowd my ass, and all the food I used to eat, I shouldn't have eaten this long. Now I'm at this toilet shitting, while calling my gogo, cause when the tissue's fed up, No matter how you wipe, no, it ain't nothing you can do about it.
So angitshele njengamanje wenza ama one man shows.
Yeah. Initially, I wanted to do one-man shows for the fact ukuthi akekho umuntu onemali, you understand?
Yeah.
Because if ngibhuka amanye ama-comedian, I have to pay them. So also, abantu kumele bazobukela ishow, awuna show ukuthi bazokhona ngoba wonke umuntu ushawe ilento ye-lockdown, manye baluza ibhani. But because ama-gents engispana nawo, abosikhumba, abomashabela, abo-salesmen, and all the comedians, you know, they gave me a call, good dog, we see ukuthi wenza show, we want to be part of it. And I explained to gents, anginamali, but don't worry. Nathi slow esihlele endlini, let's work together.
Now it's not about the money.
Yeah, so in October ama-gents afika, it was a beautiful show.
Yeah.
Namanje, I'm doing the one 18-19 December, which is just local Soweto comedians, because I believe with Soweto we've got it. I mean, from music, if you can check,
Yes,
artist Abuya Soweto, they make it big. Now I believe with I'm one of those comedians who have other comedians that I can tag along Sispane and all those things. And yeah, I think the response is over good from the audience.
Simbona PelePele seshada sithi hayi ngiyashada ngifaka isuku manje.
Yeah, all right. Umbuzo omuhle mfana. PelePele uke walobola, I think bengisase intwana bengina 24. Azange Spane intwana yami la. Azange Spane, I lost a car, actually car yashiswa. I lost a house. So from then onwards, I think that ngiyangaba depressed. But maku depression, you never see ukuthi depression. You only see after so ululeme ukuthi oh, that's why bengiso. So eyokushada ntwana yami, that time I wanted to. Manje this time ngika chance ukuthi let it find me. You understand? So it taught me to focus on myself. So I started focusing on myself nje kakhulu.
So manje imoto ishiswa umuntu adishandana naye.
Uyadlala wena kusegoli la kusegoli la. Yeah, imoto ene you wouldn't believe the story. It was 4 days old. Ngithenga sentini VW.
Hayi wena.
Ngi 20 October 2006. Yasha ngi 25 October 2006. Ngakabhadala installment insurance. Sisabeka date ukuthi uzobhadala month end bangihola. So it was that, and we had bought a house jointly, so I was kicked out of that house. But I wanted to, because it always hit me ukuthi if ngihamba la ugogo wami uzosala nobani. So it felt very bad, because I always have a problem with abelungu mabethi sithatha ugogo wethu yomshiye home and nginjenje ilo gogo. So mase kuyichance yami sengimshiya ngathi usala crash. We understand. So it worked for the better, because I think if I was still kulo yamshado, I wouldn't be PelePele. At some point I would be told ama-gents mathi accept PelePele, but batshela uthi asu PelePele usiphelele. Ma-gents mina ngisu PelePele usiphelele. So it was, I never want to talk people bad. So everyone makangibuza ukuthi uhlukaneleni nalentombazana ilobolile, I always say it's unreconcilable differences. Because angifuni ukuthi yabe kayenzani, because surely nami kunezinto bengizenza kuya ngazincanya. So I always say it was never meant to be. So answer your question, I will get married the day the Lord says so, because I believe ukuthi umshado ufana nokuba isangoma, it's a calling. Akusinto ovuka ekuseni uthi hey, azakuhlaya bangashada. Into ebayicalling ukuthi showcase. Noma abantu bathi hayi man uthi yey ngiyayenza lento. So the date comes, it will happen.
Okay. Yeah. No kuzwakela.
Yeah, so I'm singing. Just ukulungisa nje lapho if akuzwakalanga kahle.
Like very singing.
Yeah, very singing. Yeah? Very.
So actually, in terms of radio, is a breakfast show iyona radio, iyona show ufuna ukuba kuyo noma mhlambe uzibona wenza any show?
To be honest with you, the hang I had for Jozi FM specifically is as a Soweto community radio. I would never compare it to anything.
Sure.
For the fact that umuntu wase Soweto, and it caters for Sowetans. Even though manje seyikhulile, it caters for everyone in I would say
more than just the radio.
I would say in the world, because you can live stream, you can go on DSTV and listen. So I was saying this to someone ukuthi if another radio station edumile ngangibiza, it would be a hard decision to make. Yes, and I'll have to reconcile with ama management yami yamanje. and have an agreement. It won't be hey
Yazi, yay,
because
opportunity, yeah.
Jozi FM, honestly speaking, is home. It's more than
And
just
it
radio.
made you.
Yes, it made me. So iqishifana nogogo wami ukuthi maso upopa so
you can't just walk out.
If management ithi ntwana via in case kuyashuba you can always come back, then I'll be willing to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay, no,
but
it
I
makes sense.
wouldn't just resign ngathi angicingi in
Yeah,
this day and age.
ungabi njengozumuza uvele wahamba.
Yeah, akaspy. So I'm a humble person ngikhuliswe grand umagogo, so
Yeah.
isihlahla awusimosheli ngoba umthunzi uzowudinga ngelinye la. Yeah.
Nangu producer athi angishaya izandla ngiyashaya mfethu ukhulumile ne ukhulumile ayisizwile mfoka mchunu macingwane. So angitshele beside le show esiya kuyo ye comedy,
Yeah.
ikuphi okunye singakulindela ngaphandle kwayo?
Well, you'd see PelePele on your small screens. I do commercials a lot. It's just that this year, 2020, has been a messed up year for everyone. But
Yeah.
I never give up regardless. For as long as I have mula, manguvuka ngizohamba ngiyohasila ngiyopusha.
Finish.
So you'll also see PelePele on other shows. I do club gigs.
Yes.
You'll see PelePele Soweto Theatre every after 2 months. That's my dream. I mean, in theatre, ipukwe till 2021 December. So I will push to make sure there's a show for Soweto people. That is my dream. That it's always been a dream. Now I'm fulfilling it.
That's nice. Man.
Yeah.
That's
So
nice.
other than that, you'll see me anywhere else. I mean, motivating kids, eskolweni.
Wow.
Sometimes I would go to Kawashi's Namachita. It's just that he locked down. But I would go just to show face because I learned from Abantu Mfana kaGogo, which we are buddies. Ukuthi once you get famous ungazisuse ebantwini iyo lento yenza ukuthi mawuvela abafuna ukushuta ithombe, the more bakubona the more bakujwayela out yabo and all that. So I'm always there so that kungabi lento ukuthi yo nangu PelePele sicela ithombe.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
sometimes ikuthola offside and soba rude and a word of mouth goes a long way ukuthi I love vele rude kanti it was just that thing ukuthi udino ugogo mhlawumbe endlini.
Ngifuna ukubuza lo mbuzo, might be tricky. Uqale nokubona ukuthi ngi-celebrate manje. And how was the feeling?
Honestly speaking, Donna, you never see it. You never really see it. But to be honest with you, let me not shy away from it. I've realized that I'm a public figure. I am a celeb to some people. So it happened even before radio. It happened. I was once a face of a franchise called McDonald's, and someone saw me and said, "Hey, Aksulo." You know, from there you start seeing what people do realize. I mean, Nagutube on 2008, it was a haibo. Axile Ntwana le so Jozi FM vele yafaka cherry on top. And it's so amazing because abantu bezwe voice. So kuyathu sama uvela abathi nangu PelePele ukuthi ningazi kanjani because nazi voice yami. We understand. But also it teaches you in life ukuthi unfortunately indlela ophila ngayo must change. Because awusakwazi ukwenza noma yini. Because there's people watching and you are a role model to some people.
That's true.
So kumele ushintshe ukwenza kwakho.
So iyiphi idish oyithandayo or ukudla mhlawumbe uthanda ukuyokudla ma usekhaya?
Yeah, mawuthi dish ngicabanga i-DSTV la. But mina as intwana kaGogo out yami, I would sleep ngamaqanda nepapa. I would sleep ngamafutha esibindi nepapa. I would sleep ngesinkwa nejam. But if kugrand edladleni, if horse and pap, you'll never go wrong. Rice and chicken, you'll never go wrong. But manje since ngispana, I've studied home economics at high school, so I can cook. I'm a very good cook. I do all my cuisines. No, serious. I'm a good cook. I do all my cuisines. Abo chicken a la king. Abo ma rap, whatever. I rap when stuff ngayo. You know, I go all out. I don't just cook your normal food just because now I can afford. To be honest with you, she doesn't even bother. Ugogo wami usithandela stew ne rice lakhe. Ukuthi ngiphekeni uyabheka nje athi hayi okay ku grand.
Oh.
So exactly. Ugogo wami, I'll never be a celeb kuye. I will never.
Yeah.
I'll always like be that boy nje. So she cooks what she likes. Because unokupheka stew some last 5 days. So manje ngokusidla Sunday, sidla stew Monday. By Wednesday angifuni stew me.
Ne.
We understand. So sometimes we eat together and share whatever we eat. Sometimes I just cook on my own. But again, that's the life we have and we understand it and we love it.
Funa ukubuza umbuzo sokufaka inkinga kancane.
Yeah.
Like in terms of girls, yiphi intombazane othi this is my kind of stuff. Melame kanjani mhlambe abe kanjani behavior ibe kanjani.
If you know, I say it even on radio, anginamahloni. If you know a girl called Jozi.
Yeah.
I've got a huge crush on that girl.
Okay.
On a serious note. So that girl, one akusuku to yellow bone, but mostly isifiso sami ukuthola intombazane engasumzulu. So that I can learn their language, they learn mine.
Okay,
that's what I want.
Okay,
So she's Tonga, I'm Zulu. I can start learning from her. So that's my crush. Makudlala ingoma yakhe Jozi FM. When I back announce that song, I would say this is my crush. On a number kaShomajozi, akazama intwana bafethu intwana ivuku. Itukufaka umakoti endlini ngeke mnandi.
Let's do a shout out to Jozi. If you serious, please call him, man. Call him.
Angisazi isithongo mara nikombela nemi phone. Niza kukuthengela chicken ye 65 rands. Niyakombela ngwana manje. Nikuranza nkofu niyakupenda.
No, but ngiyabonga kakhulu ukuthi uzile elakho lokugcina before sivali show ungathini kumuntu ofuna ukuzibona efana noPelePele and bese sitshela ukuthi nakuma social media utholakala kanjani.
I never thought I'd be the one asked this thing. I always looked at it from ama-celeb I always looked up to. But I would say ukuyeskela is the way to go. I'm not saying iskele singakwenza ube millionaire, but it's something to fall back on. If give me radio yaphela, if give me comedy yaphela, I've got human resources to fall back on because when you start and get that diploma, that degree, it's yours forever. So it's something you can always fall back on. And don't go on peer pressure, bafethu. Drugs are out there. People will always force you to do things ongazithandi. Fana noPelePele yenza into mayifuna uwe, not to impress other people. So I dress the way I like, I eat what I like, and all those kind of things. So isiguy chance esakhe isikhathi siyeza ungabona omunye umuntu ngobula bese ufuna ukubala nawe manje uNkulunkulu akakunikezi into oyifunayo ukunikeza into oyidingayo and stop telling people your dreams abavele babone sekwenzeka ngalokukhuluma kakhulu ngoba sobamba ngenhliziyo thina zingahlangani so yenza sure ukuthi wenza into zakho abantu bangazi babone sokuvumbuka nje ngemoto ukuthi hawu so buy car uthi ya manje last month you know so yeah focus on yourself uwe kuphela noma ngabe ngama twins you are on your own la emhlabeni unfortunately PelePele umchunu umacingwane inyanda yomkhonto umsongo insimbi athwala ekhanda kubaleka amagwala mahlohlomela kaGuga hlohlomela amadoda hlohlomela abafokazana undaba ezithi intona kaGogo le ihlala ema backroom yendlini ngokuyophaka risalukwazi masithi yothandaza
is what wait so kuma social media utholakala kanjani bayifuna ukukhuthazisa kuma social media.
All right, on Facebook PelePele Mchunu, on Twitter @PelePele Comedy, on Instagram @PelePele MC. I've just started YouTube. It's not really flowing, but follow PelePele. Yeah,
not shy. It's coming. It's hard.
Nice one.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, my brother, for coming into the show, man. I really respect that. Okay?
Thanks for having me after so long.
Yeah.
Sisonke and keep pushing. Wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, man. This is a daily hustle. This show makes another show look so stupid and whack. I'm thanking you, loving. We put in the work. I see you at work, bro. Yes, man.